a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!
Welcome back, everybody. It got a little darker in the studio since Splits forgot to turn on the light.
Damn it, I knew.
You got one job!
I really do.
One job! Anyway.
Imagine if they brought me in, because I always say that during production meetings I'm useless. And then they were just like, that's your only job, Splits. I would have forgotten about it.
Something like ESL 1 Frankfurt. All you have to do is turn on the lights.
All you have to do, that's your one job. Splits.
But like, it's too much responsibility to handle, I'm sorry. Alright, guys. Game number 2, Mama's Boys versus Navi. Game number 1 was pretty rough for Mama's Boys.
That is to say the least. That game, reasonably, I would have been okay if Mama's Boy GG'd out at 25 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we were both kind of talking about it.
Yeah. It's not, that's no disrespect intended or anything like that. I just think that Navi had that big of a lead in terms of control and the types of heroes that they were playing.
Yep.
I know everybody likes to talk about games that are epic in comebacks, but they just simply didn't have the personnel. Like, the heroes just weren't there.
So, Mama's Boys, hopefully with a fresh draft, will be able to give us a different result. Lone Druid and Lion being their opening pair, while Navi got their hands on Invoker and a Faceless Void.
Lone Druid is just the best. Savage Roar is incredible. There's no way around it. And with the way that the offlane has changed, you can just kind of abuse the side camps. You can farm out a Midas pretty safely, and with the use of Savage Roar, you can play pretty defensively. It's hard to gank him because you have it both enabled on your hero at the same time. So it's a little bit too hard to deal with. That build-up, though, is so strong. Midas into Radiance.
What about the Invoker Faceless Void, though? I mean, you're pumping up the Lone Druid, but who do you think has the better opening? Because I'm kind of leaning towards Navi, personally.
I'm always down for a Lone Druid, man.
Oh, okay.
That hero's incredible. I no longer want to say OP or broken, so I'll just stick with incredible or OS Frog. That's the only... You know...
You're only...
It's the only meme that I actually enjoy. Like, the frog just makes me laugh for some reason.
In that case, you're going to have to get a little bit more descriptive with your...
Oh, of course. I plan on that. I just did. I told you why Lone Druid is really good right now.
No. I mean, you're going to have to use descriptive phrase other than incredible.
Okay. Let's say very strong in this meta.
5 seconds remaining.
Juggernaut and Oracle going to be banned away by Navi.
Reserve time.
Abane and Furion taken out by Mama's Boys.
Dire team pick.
At this point in time, Death Prophet would still be a strong pickup for Mama's Boys, right?
I think it'd be okay.
What are your thoughts on having those kind of like two double pushers? Do you think that makes the lineup too focused in one direction, or do you like the synergy?
Trying to think right now. I think you need some sort of space creator, and it
10 seconds.
like you can have an offlane and a carry be, because I don't really know if Pycat is necessarily. I've seen him do it before, play like the space creating one, but I don't think you can necessarily have a one that farms so much. Like, you need something that can just burst or do damage. Like Lina, I'm a fan of. I sort of hope that that's a Lina mid. Lina needs farm, but she doesn't really, just because you can go around the map killing things.
And any sort of burst damage is going to be great versus Faceless Void. And they've got it in spades. Lion and Lina.
The dual beams.
Yeah.
Death, but Navi, they take the Winter Wyvern. Wonder if they've read the patch notes.
Well, there's not the only team that has picked up a Winter Wyvern.
I know, that's making a bad
And I
joke.
do really like the Q versus Lone Druid.
Yeah, I do. I do as well.
That feels good. That feels good. I mean, you've got like, in your opinion, what are the best supports to deal with the Lone Druid in the beginning of the game? But like when he's gonna do that whole pulling nonsense, because I can't really think of too many heroes that are better at it than Wyvern.
Yeah, Witch Doctor's a good hero.
Yeah, Witch Doctor's good. Oracle's good.
Oracle's good too. Yeah. You ban out the Oracle though, because Mama's Void does need another support, and Oracle's pretty good against Void.
So we'll see whether or not Winter Wyvern can set up a big combination for the Faceless Void to follow up with the Chronosphere.
You just can't deal damage now, right? During the time period?
Yeah, everyone is... all the enemies are invulnerable inside that Winter's Curse. Both the person that is... the curse is on, as well as all the allies affected. So, don't plan on, throwing out your whole Invoker and Tiny combo while the Winter's Curse is going. You gotta wait it out.
Remaining.
In a way, it's kind of like
5 seconds
it's just like a
remaining.
weird pseudo sleep. You know how you're just kind of setting up for...
It's a non-damage dealing RP.
Yeah. Okay. I was more referring to the invulnerability aspect.
You know what it was like? It was like when you could vacuum while people are slept in the past. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the combination of both those.
Enchantress.
Dire team
Enchantress is going to be, I believe, kind of roaming around, but paired up with the Faceless Void in the offlane, I think, in the beginning of the game, while we have a Tiny and Wyvern at the bottom lane up against what was a Lone Druid and may still could be. But we have an Enigma in the jungle now for Mama's Boys. Do you play the Enchantress, like, aggressively into the Enigma?
10 seconds remaining.
You could probably do that, right?
It's less that and more. You can just kind of control the offlane pretty well. Like you can make excursions. That's how Complexity run it. That's how a lot of teams run it, actually.
What? Is that a hero? Is that a safe lane farming hero? No. Okay.
I sort of think that it's better as a safe laner, a la how EG runs it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You could just run Pycat in the offlane.
You could
do Lone Druid things, but for some reason I doubt that that's what's going to happen here. It's one of the better heroes against... Is it even... Actually, I don't even think it's one of the better heroes against Enchantress.
No.
Enchantress just eats you alive.
Yeah, Enchantress... I mean, the one good thing, you do have a lot of pure damage, you have a lot of nukes, and you can close the gap with Enchantress. But she destroys you if she ever is able to... if you're ever stunned up and she's able to just get some right clicks on you.
I think so much of this game is going to come down to Yapsar.
And I think her mobility is really strong as well. Like, she's so fast, especially if she picks up the drums build, that it's going to be really hard for him to actually hit the proper timber chains and chakrams.
The reason why me and Kat, by the way, we reacted to that was just because we're so used to not seeing this hero, and there's sort of a reason for it.
Yeah.
I think the laning phase is just way too weak.
We both love playing Timbersaw, and we both think Timbersaw is pretty garbage right now. But,
as an offlaner.
Yes.
I want to specify.
So you need to try and make him work some other way. And Mama's Boys do seem to be doing that. They are going to put Pycat in that bottom lane, and they're going to give Masakari the farm at top.
We called... Oh, did he just eat his mango?
Who? What?
Oh,
where?
no.
Masakari?
He definitely did.
Oh, no.
That's gold, dude.
All right.
Can't do that. It's 125 gold that you'll never see again.
He is now occupying the bottom net worth area alongside the supports.
That would tilt the shit out of me.
30 seconds.
That's bye-bye HP regen.
Yesterday I found out that you can't use Fairy Fire one after another.
You didn't know that?
No.
I thought you so OP.
That's what I thought. I was out playing this Wind Ranger. It's like, you fool, what are you doing?
Haha! You activated my trap card. 5 Fairy Fires.
I mean, in hindsight, I sound really stupid, but at the time, I thought I was some kind of next level genius.
Oh shit, that's great.
I thought I was just gonna like Full Duration Tango him.
Aren't you supposed to be some sort of mid expert? Would you have expected to have seen that by now?
I'm a very good player.
Oh God!
I mean, it was awful. That was one of.
Wait, was I in that game?
No, I wasn't proud of that moment though.
Oh, okay.
All right, but the game has actually started, so now this is where focus up. This is what I originally thought when I saw the Timber last pick. I was like, "There's no way they're going to run him as an offlaner."
Yeah.
It's just you don't often see Pycat as the offlaner, but it's something I'm sure that he can do pretty well. Lone Druid is kind of obvious to play. Like, the only thing that I find that really differentiates is like your timings and stuff like that. But the average Lone Druid player, you just really need the micro down.
Seneco's already done a ton of damage to that Spirit Bear with his first round of Arctic Bird, and it's already back up. So they may actually have the opportunity to force him to resummon quite soon. I think Seneco is going to try and force the resummon. Yeah, and now he'll try and use that Arctic Burn when he sees a good opportunity.
He's just on top of the bear right now. He's just ignoring Pycat as a hero entirely. And I think this is the right play to do. And Pycat, he's going to be half a second late to the creep wave. He's going to nab this range creep, and you'll see the courier coming in too, which he's not even going to be able to contest just because of how far he is.
Yeah. Still disarmed the whole way through. Meanwhile, at the top lane, Massacre is actually going to take a lot of damage there. Really good rotation from Artstyle with the double creeps, and will force out the healing south.
I don't actually think the line is the best at zoning out the void.
Oh, no. No, he's not very good at all. Actually.
You just get a poor man's shield, and he's got enough regen that he can outlast the one or two stuns.
Yeah, in fact, I think you usually go... no, never mind, I'm sorry.
What? You thought Hex?
No. I was going to say poor man's shield.
No, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Wait,
I thought you said stout shield, and I was going to say, I think he actually goes all the way in for a poor man's shield. Ignore me.
Alright.
And now the nukes are just terrible, right? Because Faceless Void is...
You can just time walk.
Yeah.
For 40 mana, he gets rid of your spell that costs much more than that. Massacre even going for the double levels of reactive armor. I would have figured that he would have gotten the Whirling Death a little bit sooner just because it's so good against melee heroes.
I think he knows he's going to deal with a lot of harassment, though, from that Enchantress. I think he realizes that he's never really going to be able to punish General with this kind of lane.
You need your line to have levels. This is really bad, though, for Mama's Boy, that the Void is able to just play up like this, and he has no care in the
Now
world.
Hook's dead. Sunstrike, Centaur stun, and should have enough. Hook knows it. He's just trying to output as much damage as possible, but Artstyle will be the one to claim the first blood. Nice rotation across.
Artstyle has just been a pain to deal with this game.
Yeah.
Already made his Mark Top to kind of establish the tempo of the lane and help out the off lane, force them to play a little bit more defensively, and now he gets the first blood on mid. Incredibly successful Enchantress game.
Senego pushing back Pycat. He does manage to get a Spirit Bear pull. Yapstorm, meanwhile, he's actually farming up the Ancients. This is, I guess, something new with the Enigma. You used to see Ancient farming occasionally, but you would have to deny one of your side lane creeps. But now with this camp, you can actually get the full 6 Eidolons and then rotate them across to the Ancients. That's actually, I bet, a pretty efficient way of farming for Enigma Jungle.
Trying to think right now. This Lone Druid, he's doing okay. He's getting some levels. He's just not being as successful as the Void has been. Just through sheer levels. Like, the Void's about to hit level 4. He's not really taking any real harass. I like this move from Saxa. Drain the mana. Hit him where it hurts. General getting a little bit greedy there. Could have just gone for the range creep. He's just trading hits right now. Not afraid of anything. The Hex is...
Oh, they're going to catch Hook again here. The Invis and Echo with that Cold Snap as well. It's too much for him to handle. He can't even get off the Light Strike Array, and he will end up going down. I was just about to mention how Hook was doing so well in this lane. He actually had higher, in fact, still does have higher CS over Dendi, but that's 2 different rotations now from Navi to make sure that Dendi can win back his lane.
Yeah, and this is going to be Pycat's opportunity to kind of close the gap, so to speak, just because both supports aren't even there. And he needs to take advantage of this timing. Are you laughing about the toss?
Yeah. A little bang shot there from Dichira. Picks up the double CS.
Yeah, Hook's
Another rotation.
Oh, no.
Hook. Cold snap. Fortunately, there was a miss, so... Oh, no, it's not going to be enough. Can't stay ahead of that Dark Troll Summoner's net. And Navi kill Hook for a third time this game.
Yeah, the ward is on the other side. If you notice, the mid ward is actually placed conveniently so that he can't see vision coming in from the top. Not that they could do anything about it anyways. And
why did they place such an aggressive ward like that? I mean, they should have known Enchantress was going to be playing in their jungle, right?
I think in hindsight, yeah. You probably just use it because it's a hard ward to get de-warded. Yeah, it's a rune ward at the same time.
The Sunstrike! It'll finish off Pycat. There was even still a toss left. Very nicely played from Navi. As they finally pick up a kill on one of the other sides. Saksa, well, he just placed a ward in mid, but unfortunately so did Navi only 2 minutes ago. So they were able to get the quick deny.
Illusion.
That is, you're so frustrated right now. Like, there's almost, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do at this point. If you're Mama's boy, your lanes aren't quite working out. I guess you're getting a lot of farm out of the Enigma. It's more just that your Lina needs some measure of help, and there's no one that can really provide it for her. Like, if the Lion comes mid, what are they really going to do with that time period?
They run into art style, but Sox, I mean, this team can't do anything about art style. They don't have the nukes necessary
get
to be level
Hadouken.
6.
Sox has got to dodge. This is such a strong nuke to deal with.
Oh, the Sunstrike gets him. Dendi on point once again.
Dendi God. I was like, why are these creeps chasing him?
Yeah.
They're not going to get the kill.
Just for the vision.
Yep.
Level 8 compared to a level 6 Lina. What a dramatic difference this has become.
It's
Monster
more
carry.
He doesn't even have boots. Oh, he just completed boots. It's 7 minutes in. And this is with the reduced cost boots and bottle.
I just realized this is not going to be fun for Timbersaw later on to the game. The time dilation.
Time dilation is not fun to play against everybody. Anybody.
Yeah, but I feel like Timbersaw is going to be affected more than most other heroes.
You know who's really annoying against Invoker?
Oh yeah, and Volker just gets smashed on.
You're just like, invoke.
He goes through a host of spells. Get him with the slow. He doesn't go anywhere.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But yeah, this is. I think this is going to be really rough. Because you can't make that kind of just Timber Chain initiation at that point. Because you won't be able to fall back on Timber Chain to get you out. So if you commit, you're hard committing.
You're going to have to fight pretty frequently, though. It's the nature of the lineup and how things have gone so far. That Dendi already has the Hand of Midas at 8 minutes into the game, and I was just commenting that the Lina just completed his boots. That is like the worst possible timing that you can have when you're playing like 1-to-1. It's like, oh, the enemy mid has his Midas and I've just got boots. You got to feel for Hook, though. I didn't mean to say like worst possible as in he did anything terribly. It's more just the Enchantress roamed on him so often, and there's no real rebuttal for them.
Yeah, Mama's boys do not have any rotational power, really.
Yeah, exactly. It's just something that you sort of have to tank and deal with.
Now the Yepsor is level 7. We'll see if he can
Dire's middle
maybe
tower
get
is
a
under
rotation
attack.
here or there, but they've already scattered him up in the bottom lane. He's going to be building into a mech, and he's relatively close to it. Did she raw? Does he go for the fast blink dagger here?
Yeah, I think so.
I
The
can.
burst potential is strong.
It's not going to be overwhelmed. Oh, they still have the ultimate there. The toss didn't land. The Sunstrike is not going to do any damage either. Unfortunately, still need a little bit of timing. Ditchera, not going to be run down by Masakari. The best they can hope for right now is Sineko, but he's already away as well.
I think he thought because it was pure damage, or maybe he
Yeah.
just did the timing wrong.
Yeah, I think it was probably more likely a timing. I mean, they probably haven't like experimented with this too much, right?
Yeah. It just felt like he shot it a little bit early.
Yeah. But it was also unfortunate that the Winter's Curse went down right before the toss landed as well. They didn't get the damage from that either.
Man, in some ways I feel like that spell was just a little bit too over-nerfed. I know it was incredible before, but it's really hard to use as a setup now. You have to play almost perfectly around it. You have to make sure that you don't over-damage anything during the time period that it's up.
I almost feel like this makes Blink Dagger a much higher priority for Winter Wyvern than it was before because... Oh, Soxa! He's dead at the top lane.
General
Simple Chronosphere and Sunstrike combination.
They've got a lot of different ways to set that up, to be fair.
Yeah. But the simply because Winter's Curse is so much stronger if you're leading with that, so your team can kind of set up, it's very hard to use in the middle of an engagement. You know?
Void gets gone on top.
Yeah.
He just doesn't really care about the damage.
Quick bash. Misses the chain. Pulls it back. General still has his time walking. In fact, he's going to pop. Oh! He gets brought a little low. Does time walk up. Massacre still hoping to be able to catch him. Hits him with the chakram. Slows him down. Unfortunately, he's completely out of mana. No soul ring up just yet, so won't be able to get the kill.
The line even coming back in, but...
Oh, abusing Enchantress. She's got level 3 Untouchable, and Invoker is level 10.
Oh, at top.
This is going to be an easy Roshan for them. Masakari committing for the kill on General. Hopefully, not going to be making it out here. The toss will finish him off, even if he did successfully dodge the avalanche.
This is such an early Roshan, too. Art style has just been a beast this game.
Yeah, he's done so much for his team.
He's already got tracking lines. Despite how often he's rotated, yeah.
Wow. And I mean, he went for it straight up, though. He didn't go treads, he didn't go drums.
Still, I think with how often he's been rotating, it's a pretty decent timing for it. Yeah. He's got 34 CS coupled with that. He's going to be level 7. Dendy's going to pick up his level 11, averaging a level a minute. As Alina's just desperately trying to come back. She's not showing in the mid lane because, I mean, she just really can't. And now that you've lost your safe laner at top.
And miss on Soxa. Come on through. Masakari's going to be able to get a lot of damage onto Ditchy Ra. He does have a Timber Chain, but instead he's tossed into Soxa. Used as a weapon against his ally. They still manage to pick up the kill, though, and it's well worth it for Mama's Voice. Support for the carry of Navi.
That was a really good trade-off. That was good rotation by Lina, too. At the same time, the line is kind of the single support in some ways. So it's pretty imperative that he doesn't die. He's almost never going to have room on the map, I feel, for him to catch up. At some point, Dendy's going to be able to just cut him down.
We've got to be a bit careful here with General at this top lane. He's got a Chronosphere ready to go. I bet if he gets in range of Yapsor, he just jumps him. But the Sunstrike?
Yeah. Yapsor's pretty strong, though. He's got a mech.
That's true. 412 pure damage, that's a little less than half.
I don't know if you could do 400 physical damage, though, with the Void in that time period.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he can either.
It's probably fairly unlikely that he dies.
Maybe Seneko? He's going to get some vision behind the tower, rather than placing it on this typical spot up here.
It's way too obvious now.
Yeah.
Soxa. He's going to get spotted out, but the combo...
Yeah. Ditcher with that fast blink dagger. We'll be able to respond. Navi. I mean, everywhere you look around the map, it's just Navi, Navi, Navi. They get kills at top, get kills at bottom. You get another pick off, they take a tower.
Dendy's got a blink.
Yeah.
Still has that Aegis, so nobody's willing to contest him. And because of the Aegis, Mama's Boy, it's not like they can all-in commit for him, kill him, because they still have the tier 1 tower up alive for Navi. So you're just losing... Yeah, you're losing too much around the map right now.
Sorry, I just...
You saw the Fairy Fire swept out.
Sending the Fairy Fire back to be sold rather than using it.
Come on, man, that's money.
Yeah, I guess so. Goodbye, sweet Fairy Fire. The smoke. They're going to run a Yapsor here. Can they actually kill him, though? There's no trees around, but with a black hole and another Timber Chain towards the end, they should be enough to finish him off. They toss over. Masakari takes a bear to the backside, but he'll still be okay. Seneko is going to be chakrammed up. Hits him with the Timber Chain, runs him down a bit more. Seneko's gone to the trees, though, and Masakari, well, Timbersan just hates trees, so he's not going to pursue. They're going to have to take that tier 1 tower at the bottom lane, though, because General and Artstyle are doing something similar at that top.
This is a good trade for them. They need to establish control into the enemy jungle. Mama's Boy, that is. And by taking the bottom tower, opens up a little bit more, and they sort of have to 5-man trade for this anyways because they don't want to fight into the Aegis Invoker to begin with, even with the mech completed. So any sort of trade for them that can force Navi back is a successful win for them, and Hook's going to get gone on, and Ditya He's got the blink.
Whoa! Ditya messes up the combination. Hook's going to be able to turn around. He actually doesn't get hit by the Sunstrike. He can still get out his ultimate. They might be enough to finish somebody off here. Neck is going to be able to bring him up. Digiron takes the Lacuna blade, will go down. Pycat actually going to snag on Snako as well. The pushback there, nice timing from Dendy, and that just might save it with the Chronosphere locking in Pycat. They have a nice meteor. It lands right on his face, and Mama's Boys now on the retreat. General does manage to get a time dilation on them, but he time walk forward is susceptible to some nukes. But Zoxa, he's going to be going down, and Mama's Boys finally realize that it's not time to stick around. Yapzor is still going to get picked off. If only they had just left it to a lone druid kill and called it a day. You could have seen that exchange actually be favorable for Mama's Boys.
Dendy playing like he's the goddamn Avatar, invoking things left and right. Cold snaps at the last second on Yapzor. Sunstrike initially didn't hit, but didn't really matter. This has been way too good for Navi so far. And Mama's Boy is running into the issue where they have one frontliner in the Lone Druid, and he just doesn't have enough farm for them quite yet. Things will turn around though once he gets his Radiance. I don't mean to sound negative for Mama's Boy's chances. He's got the Radiance recipe picked up. I think he just bought it because there's no use in hiding it. And there's no point in saving up for the full relic if you're going to die.
Yeah. So he gets rid of some of that unreliable gold before he goes down. Still, though, it feels like that Radiance is going to come in, 25, maybe even 30 minutes? I can't see him being able to, push down many towers in order to get some big influx of gold for himself as well as his team.
With Midas, if he doesn't die, he could probably get it around 25. I think 30 is a stretch. Unless he just dies a whole bunch. That's the caveat that I'm going to add here. If he dies a bunch, then it's definitely possible for it to be a 30-minute Radiance, and at that point, Navi probably just runs you over. But you have to sort of survive until that Radiance point. Radiance changes so much in the game. There's nobody that's really a natural MKB purchaser on Navi.
I've got at least one Blink Dagger, two Blink Dagger heroes, the Tiny as well as the Invoker. So that burn may come into handy to stop those. General's going to be jumped on, still has his time walk up as well as a Chronosphere. But he knows not to over pursue. Maybe trying to bait it out a little bit, but his team doesn't get there in time.
I like the Invoker Blink pickup first. He knows that he has to get aggressive for what we just mentioned, right? You don't want to play defensively here, and Masakari at top's going to get gone on. Meatball to the face.
Yeah, that's a rough combination. They have so many of these. Chronosphere, Witcher's Curse, even the combination out from the Tiny. There's so many situations where you just slightly out of position, and then you're going to get wombo comboed. You don't have a chance. What in the world? I'm sorry.
So the Invoker's got Ags now. I just fell out of my chair, my bad. Don't distract from the castman.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's got Ags right now. You're right, though. There's just too much for them to contend with.
Yeah. Just like that.
Yeah.
Zoxa.
What is Zoxa going to...
Wrong place, wrong time, and he sits to death.
He's a solo support, though.
Oh.
Effectively, he's a solo support anyways. Because he's... Okay, so he's not going to have to buy wards one cycle, or is he going to get farm on the map with his lineup?
Yeah.
I can't... when you're a support in a game like this, he's the last person that you can really say, okay, where's your farm?
He's definitely going to just be fed on constantly.
If anything, I hate to say this, but I think Yapzor's pretty underfarmed. Considering the circumstances.
He goes BKB next, right?
I don't even think so. There's so much that can cancel it. I don't think you rely on your black hole at all this game. Because they've got...
I mean, then what do you go? I mean, because you still have a lot of magic damage. You still have the Tiny as well as the Invoker combinations at hand.
In some ways, I'm an even bigger fan of Blink here. But Snake is going to get gone on. This is not the biggest pickup, but
yeah,
they could get any more.
Might still be able to get him.
He's got a sentry.
Oh, they have a sentry. They're just not going to be able to get him in time. He blinks away. General undoes all the damage with that time walk. And Mama's Boys, they're going to have to retreat once again from this bottom lane.
Oh, they pick up a gem. Oh, that's really good. I lied. That pickup was huge.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that gem drop.
Getting a gem this early from a team that's map controlling you. This is really big. If Navi picks up that gem, or if they keep it for just like the next 4 or 5 minutes, even if they lose it at that point. You deward everything and you make your tiny invoker so much stronger.
As long as the next team fight doesn't go bad for them.
Yeah.
But they're not going to try and take a team fight. I think that's smart.
No, Mama's Boy is okay right now. Like things have stabilized. With that gem pickup, being able to go into the jungle, the Midas is starting to really pay off for Pycat. Like I said, man, with the Midas, if he just doesn't die for a little bit. Okay, he does go for the Blink Dagger, see?
Okay.
You go for the
like
BKB, it's... I think you play the positional game is a lot stronger.
The Axe is almost done for Lena. I'm not sure if you mentioned that.
Does he really need it this game?
What do you mean?
I almost prefer him not to go for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like what Fada does. If he doesn't see a BKB carrier, or one that's going to come out relatively soon, then he just will oftentimes just delay. And
so what would be your build then? Like, if you don't go the Axe,
Still
what are you
think-
going to get instead?
I'm not sure. So before, it just changes it to pure damage, right? The
Yeah.
ultimate. But before it upped the cast range as well. And that was the major reason why you could get into more scenarios.
Would you still get, like, Yule Scepter because you have an Ether Lens, so turns it back into the old Yule Scepter with the range?
Nah, because I don't think you're going to really initiate like that anyways. Because you're just going to get countered by Void Chrono. Maybe even a Blink. I think Gapstor has the right idea here. You just play the space game. The second Roshan of the game, though, picked up by Navi. You sort of have to just... Because the Void, he doesn't have... Oh, okay, never mind, he has Blink. Alright. Because before, when he just had the Time Walk, you could just play the Blink game, right?
Yeah. And Chronosphere.
Oh, Dendy's going to get caught in it too, though.
Maybe they can still get him, though. Hook is going to be caught towards the Tekken. Oh, no. A slight misplay there from either Dendy or General. One of the two kind of getting caught in the Chronosphere, but it still results in the same thing. A kill onto Hook. Sineko is going to be able to get out of his ultimate onto Masakari, and the full rotation coming out from Navi as they complete all their TPs. Masakari doesn't hit the Timber Chain, but a nice double stun from Saksa is not going to be enough to finish up Sineko, though, and Masakari isn't going to be able to run away from Art Style. Oh, no, they don't get anything out of that. Mama's Boys pushing down a tower, get completely caught, and those are the situations where that Winter's Curse still looks like a powerful ability.
That is an Ags Enchantress with level 11 on top of the Dragon Lance now, too. And you saw right there, the Timbersaw. The problem with Timbersaw is that the reactive armor just doesn't do enough at this phase. Like, you think it's going to, but you get popped in 4 hits anyways, that you never really allow it time to build up.
I mean, even then, it's pure damage. It doesn't care about that.
Yeah, exactly. It's... Oh. I don't really see...
So then Enchantress is too much to handle, you Timber Chain away, but that only makes the Impetus stronger.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about when I said the enchant is so good against the Timbersaw.
Agreed.
I don't really... I think for Timber to be... Just on a side note, I think reactive armor just has to be changed. Like, it has to be a better ability. It just doesn't allow him to contend with very much. General is in the jungle here. Might get caught out. There's no finger for Saksa, but he's going to place down the ward. They're going to see him and... General, does he sense this?
Yeah, he gets the Hex. They're going to be able to chain stun him down, and this shouldn't be a problem whatsoever.
Yeah, Dendy might get caught out here too, as he spotted...
He's got the Invis. 5 more seconds until his Blink is back up.
Yapsor has Blink and a gem, though.
Oh, he gets another right click on him. He's got the stun as well. Dendy hits a nice tornado, but he still needs more time to be able to get off that Blink, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get it. Aegis is down.
It might
They
even be
have the
worth it to
Radiance
hold.
out. I don't think he's going to be able to get away from this one a secondary time. He's dead. A great pickup there for Mama's Boys, and this may just turn the game around for them. 6-16, 24 minutes in, but it's only been a 5 to 7k lead for Navi this whole entire time, and with the Radiance now complete by 25 minutes as you expected, and Gem turnaround to kill on an Invoker like that, things are looking up for Mama's Boys.
That gem pickup has hurt Navi so much, more than it helped, for the brief period of time that they had it. If there's no gem there, then Dendy just gets away scot-free. He ghost walks, blinks out, TPs, and he's perfectly fine, but it's allowed them to take control back of their jungle, and most importantly, it allows them to just continue pressuring, and they can play around this lone druid. Him picking up Radiance, and I said he was going to get around the 25-minute mark, he gets it significantly before that. On top of that, they pick up the gem. This has allowed them to take these fights with relative ease. And what Navi needs to do is kind of start the fights. They have to be the initiators. Every single time that we've seen General able to get in there, they've been okay. Are you laughing about the lion just being stuck on this cliff?
I'm laughing at all three of them going up into this cliff. I don't know what sort of party that was, but Soxa is the one left to clean up the mess, I guess.
Soxa's like, I've got no net worth. It's time to become a ward. It's what I've always dreamed of. This is the next phase of support.
He can't even like TP back if they like push down middle tier 2. He's just going to be sitting there for a while.
You've got to really commit. It's the next level of 5 position. Like,
all right, guys, I'm here for the full.
How long
full
do you guys
duration.
want me here for? All right, so the line at top is going to set up. He doesn't have blink. There's no way. So Nako's just going to run away. He's got Glimmer Cape too, but again, they've got Gem on the other side. So Dendy's got to pick up this BKB before. I guess it doesn't really quite matter. It would have been his next pickup anyways because he already has the Aghanims. You're going to need to start feeling the presence of this Tiny again, though. I feel like Ditya Ra kind of just went into I'm going to farm mode for a little bit. Picks up the Ags, but now they're going to need him to be the frontliner. It's been a little bit too long that they've been fighting without him.
He does need just a bit more, and he could have himself a Hyperstone, which would be a significant upgrade in damage, but they're not going to take that time. They're going to go for the smoke rotation. Mama's boys know exactly what's going on. I think this ward may have spotted like some of the heroes being around the middle lane, and then they haven't seen anything since. So, wise assumption that it's a smoke.
Going to go for the smoke of their own, though. I really like the smoke of their own.
Yeah, time to push back out and see if they can catch Navi while they're making their way through the jungle.
They've got full vision. They know if they're going to walk by wards or anything, too. Navi should just get out of here. They should sense this. Nothing's being placed on the map right now. They don't have... I guess they have one ward in their jungle, so maybe they think that they're about to collide.
Mama's boys did see that ward, right? Oh no, they didn't. They didn't have vision up the cliff, so. But ideally, they'll check that spot a little bit later.
Those are almost the kind of wards that you have to place.
Oh yeah, sure.
High ground wards, wherever you can get them.
Yeah, when the enemy's got a gem.
Guardian Greaves by Yapsor.
Difference between Manta and straight AC for Tiny.
Split push. It's good against the roots. Makes it hard to get isolated out. A little bit more stats.
Okay.
Raw HP is really good against the Lina.
Yeah. When you're dealing with 2 sources of pure damage and a lot of potential magic damage burst as well from the Lion.
Yeah, it gives you a split push option too.
The armor's not going to do a whole lot for you.
Yeah.
Nice,
That's a lot more magic damage and pure damage. He's going to need to pick up his BKB too. I would like to see that almost immediately if he's going for the Manta.
Middle tower is under attack.
Only Soxa, if only you actually had the Blink Dagger. Maybe you could catch out General here, but he's already away.
Middle tower is under attack.
Poor fella.
It's not been a good time for him, but he has aided in the comeback for the rest of his allies as they have now gotten the power to be able to take some aggressive maneuvers of their own. They just take out that tier 2 at the top lane, they get the mid tier 1 tower, and this net worth lead that Navi had fairly early on is going to be grinding pretty rapidly back downwards to Mama's boys' favor.
Okay.
General?
This is pretty big. General's looking for an engagement. He doesn't have the Blink Dagger up. Navi is showing themselves in full force here. This is pretty big. If Mama's boy loses this fight,
yeah, that could be pretty much the end for them. Jump in, Chronosphere. Oh no, a big whiff! General completely misses that one. He will be stunned up, taken out, double fingered. Laguna Blade and a Finger of Death right to the arse. And Navi now on rapid retreat after a failed initiation like that one. Seneko is going to be slowed down by the Chakram a bit. He still has his Arctic Burn though.
There's so much control being lost right now by Navi. They committed to that pretty significantly.
Man, that was close to being an amazing Chronosphere, you know?
The thing is, though, if you're playing an initiator, sometimes you're just going to go for big plays like that, and you're going to look foolish, but you can't really allow, those kinds of failures to hold you back. Playing offlane is so difficult with an initiator like that. Because you're thinking about it. You really are. You're just like, man, if I whiff this, that's a lot of pressure.
Nick may know something about that blitz.
Uh-huh.
For those of you guys who don't know, we recently played a JDL match, and our loss was pretty much on me.
Oh, yeah, we definitely
for failing on the Faceless Void.
It's all good. It's a hard hero. Yeah. The Roshan is about to respawn.
My condolences, General. You have my full sympathy, friend.
It's hard. It really is. When everybody's got blinks, that's what I was talking about. That's why I suggested everybody from Mama's Boy to just go Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they did, right? Yeah. The Lina gets one immediately after the Ags. You might as well. Just try to outplay the Void.
Do you go so far as getting a Blink on Timbersaw, actually?
Probably not. I think Ags or Octarine is better here. For him specifically.
Yeah, I guess he's got those significant stat upgrades.
Things
they do have vision. Art style. Killed the trees. Still though, Masakari gets the Chakram on top of him, and Art style will be caught. Another Bloodstone charge from Masakari, who's up to 10.
Yeah, he's just straight up blown up right now. Mama's Boy is pretty much. I know the scoreline in the beginning of the game was pretty rough, but it didn't really reflect just the overall strat, right? That Mama's Boy was just going to hold on until their Lone Druid picks up the Radiance. And that was maybe the most fortuitous timing ever when they ran into the jungle as 5 and they managed to pick up the freshly picked up gem by Seneko. That was the worst thing that could have happened to Navi. Because they lost a lot of map control. Mm-hmm. It slowed down their timings quite a bit. And map control is huge for this team. That's why we saw Denny pick up the Blink Dagger. Everybody got a Blink Dagger. Because they're just like, we should get into fights before Lone Druid picks up his Radiance. Because at that point, it's going to be a little bit too hard to fight safely.
Right. Lone Druid, second in net worth right now, 15k. It's looking pretty good. This Tiny is about to complete his Manta.
I think he should just go BKB. I don't actually think the play is to finish the Manta yet.
Yeah. Just, yeah. Good call. Yasha, just a valuable stat item. Check in. They know some heroes are around here. They will be able to get the Chronosphere onto Pycat here. The Meatball's going to go down, but a Yule Scepter is going to interrupt the rest of the combination. Masakari tries to jump inside the Chronosphere. That doesn't work out too well for him. Pycat, though, is still going to be caught. Masakari's trying to cause some chaos in order to get his ally out of there, but it's not going to happen. Now he's hit by the tornadoes. Got to get away. The Impeded Shot is going to do a lot of damage, but he'll survive in the end. Good lord. That is too much to handle. Farther downriver, actually, Saksa has been caught, and he tried to rotate over as well to help out the Lone Druid. Just ends up going down in exchange, and Navi taking a fight right outside the Roshan pit. With Roshan up is quite the blessing.
Mama's Boy really needed this next Roshan. They were establishing so much control on the map. Luckily for them, they didn't lose a gem or anything like that.
They're actually going to force these rotations here. They managed to catch the Lina from Seneko. General's going to be able to combo this up. Light Strike Ray lands, but Hook is not going to be able to get out of here unless he can get the Blink away. 1 second. No! He doesn't get out. The Blink on top of him. Meanwhile, inside the Roshan pit, Masakari's actually been going, and he managed to take out the Enchantress. Did Shiraz low as well. Masakari may have just successfully stalled up Navi from being able to take Roshan here.
I don't know if there's enough time here. Dendy's just going to pop the BKB.
Timber Chain's away. No Cold Snap to be able to stop that one. Dendy goes right back to try to do Roshan, but the rest of the team is coming back from Mama's Boys. They do have a bit more time. 2k HP. Mama's Boys not going to be there in time, it seems, but... Another Chakram across. He got the Aegis, a large amount of damage. Pycat's finally here, but oh no, the Meteor's done up. There it goes. Blows up the Tiny. He's got the Aegis, though. General's dropped pretty low. They do have that Chakram. They'll be able to finish him off as well. Masakari covering his allies' retreat. No, he's going back in. Masakari wants to be able to catch something a little extra here. Dichira stalling him up as best as possible. He is in danger of being blown up, though. Dodges the avalanche. Another Yule Scepter combination with a chain up. Chakram finishes him off. Double kill. Masakari is truly unstoppable here as he turns on the place.
They did lose the gem, though, and now the bear might actually go down for the second time. That would be quite a long time without it. It's just going to get hunted down. Oh! Barely gets out as not the worst trade in the world.
Yeah, I mean, by all standards, that should be Mama's Boys in a really terrible position. Losing a fight right outside of Roshan, they should have given up Roshan and had Hook caught. But it was all because Masakari was able to provide so much disruption there in that initial attempt to do Roche.
He actually just went goddamn insane right there.
Yeah, he single-handedly just kind of kept that what should have been a huge advantage for Navi.
So things that might not have been noticed in that team fight, he picks up the gem during that time engagement as well when it was inside the Roche pit. And he also got the last hit on the Roshan.
Oh, did he timber chain through? And
that was when he popped his ulti as well. That was the last. You saw that it said Dendi snatched the Aegis.
Oh, okay.
Like that was the best possible scenario that he was gonna get. Maybe you pick up the Aegis on the way in, but that's a little bit optimistic. Getting the gem, getting the Aegis the Roshan last hit, it's essentially tower gold for your team. And he was able to pick up Seneko after, so they're not going to be able to high ground to force the issue with the Aegis. It was beautiful Timbersaw play. That's why you picked the hero for him.
Dendi is, Saksa, he's dead. Poor guy just can't catch a break.
No, whatever. Saksa doesn't care.
I mean, you see with the fact when he shows up to that bottom lane engagement and he blows up the Tiny, it's just the Aegis, so he doesn't even get a kill.
It's like that conundrum. You know, like, is it even worth it for Bill Gates to pick up $10? Like, Saksa is that $10 right now.
And nobody's buying.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody's buying.
Saksa does. But in all honesty, he's the lowest net worth on his team. He's got 16 last hits to his name. He's not really critical for this defense.
No.
It's kind of nice to have him around, but he's okay. He's done his job. He's picked up wards. He's allowed YapzOr to just continue to scale. It's fine.
And he's got himself an Ethan lens. Like, that is
best possible scenario for him.
Yeah.
I was joking about the Bill Gates comment, but it's honestly fine for him to die right there.
It's the life of playing a hard fight position in a game like this where you get steamed.
Everything kills you.
Yeah.
The tiny combo still kills you. The void chronos, it kills you.
You know, one of the enemies just casually glances your way, you fall over dead.
Yeah.
Not much you could do. Meanwhile, the bottom lane is being a bit ratted out by the Spirit Bear, hoping to be able to keep Navi back on their side of the map. Mama's Boys still hoping to be able to complete that next set of items. They've got BKB on the Enigma right now. Scythe of Ice for the Lina. They do have a counter Scythe of Ice, though, picked up recently by Dendi. So it's going to be all about the initiation between these two intelligence blinkers with Hex.
It's even more important for Mama's Boy just because there are BKBs on the side of Navi, and there are none on Mama's Boy.
Oh, Zoxa! Oh, I've seen this story time and time again.
Yeah, whatever, man. Sucks is like, if I get that ward up there, great. If not, whatever.
Good job, idiots. You used your 60-second cooldown on me.
Guys, I found where they were. He doesn't care. At some point, the gold does matter. Yeah. But, I was going to say, as long as he hasn't died a lot. 11 is a little bit high, but... Okay, that actually kind of inflates Navi's score a lot.
Yeah. 11 of those kills?
I was like
23?
23-11, but then you realize that 11 of them have come on like 1,000 net worth line, and he just doesn't care.
Uh-oh. Seneko? Do they have TP in here?
No, but General's coming
General's about to get here. He does not have Chronosphere just yet. Hook is unlikely to be able to get out of here without damage on him, though. So gets caught in the corner. Hoping to be able to kill Seneko. Can't quite do it.
They might run into these heroes up here, though, as art style. He's going to get spotted.
Masakari caught him. Tornado, that's a beautiful one, but actually Masakari managed to dodge it. Saksa doesn't hit the disable, though, and Dendi very beautifully covers the tracks there with that ice wall.
Yeah, Pycat's coming in though from the south.
Yeah, Pycat's going to be able to come in. Dendi balling in there with the Deafening Blast, but a good Chronosphere to follow that one up. Still, though, Dendi's controlled. He can't get any of his nukes up just yet. Starts invoking a little bit. Just goes for the Alacrity, hoping to be able to right-click down YapzOr. They do get one. Pycat does have his bear in the middle of everything, and that Cold Snap is tearing it apart, too. They will be able to pick up that one kill. Pycat is trying to get away with his hero, though. Nice double Tornado. Yule Scepter to be able to make sure there's no meatball follow-up from Dendi. The ice wall actually caught Pycat there on the tail end with the Alacrity. Maybe they can actually take him down. Oh no, General! He almost gets bursted down, but still Pycat's having to deal with Artstyle, who managed to get himself inside the base. He's right-clicking away, but he's run out of mana for that impetus. He also got silenced up. Masakari's trying to get away from General, who's a little bit too close for comfort there. Time Walk and blinks himself back. Mama's Boys, though, still need to defend as Dichira has joined the tables here. The Alacrity and the Agatem's Tiny. Tier 3 tower already down. Mama's Boys are not going to have to defend. Navi will graciously leave the enemy base, not wanting to overextend just yet.
They've got to get out. The Lena's back up live. They got enough out of that too. They were able to pick up a lot of core kills. They killed the bear once. They recycled a few times. Most importantly, they were finally able to breach the tier 3 tower, which will make their next push even stronger.
But you're up against a Tiny. Your tier 3 is gone. Your base is basically completely exposed. You've only got this tier 2 a top lane, but the next bad fight could be them pushing through mid racks as well as bottom racks. Double racks, you're probably dead in the water from there. So is this the point in time where Mama's Boys start going for those aggressive smokes and trying to take fights where they feel a little bit better about their initiation?
I think they should get into an engagement as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Like you've got a lineup that heavily relies on starting out the fights. I'm not saying you just blink in and blindly go for the Enigma BKB or anything like that, but even at this point, if his BKB gets cancelled by Winter's Curse or Chronosphere, I'm okay with that. Like baiting out those abilities is pretty huge.
They don't really have any big ticket items coming in, or at least not in like the next 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think that makes it even more important for them to get into fights.
Right.
If you're afraid of holding out or anything like that, then you might as well take an engagement because you still kind of feel like this is where your peak strength is.
Yeah. It almost looks like this is going to be their smoke right here. They're both not showing at this bottom lane. They're just letting Hook push it out. They don't have a smoke anywhere. Do they actually even have a smoke?
20 seconds.
Let's start with that. Oh, okay.
It's going to be 20 seconds.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. But oh no, Hook is going to be caught here. Denny has a Sunstrike, the meatball follow up, and there's just nothing stopping that damage. Soxta is hoping to be able to catch someone here, but the side device has already caught him out. Matsukari slows down these heroes with Shivas, and if they could actually catch Dendy here, this would be a big exchange. But he managed to get off his BKB. He's slowing down some of these pursuing heroes. In fact, Dendy's just going to try and fight this one around. The Astro still has the black hole. He's going to blink forward. Black hole. No, he still doesn't pop it, and Dendy's going to be able to get away. They have no counter vision to be able to catch, it looks like. Roshan's up in 2 minutes, and this might have been Mama's Boys' one opportunity to take a good fight. The Absol gets sacrificed up. Their bear's going to go down. Pycat, he does have another one, but Dichira is almost right on top of him. Mule Sceptered up. Matsukari's hoping to be able to cover some tracks there as they retreat, but it looks like the Absol is going down. Matsukari may not get out either. He's getting controlled up by Dichira.
Oh, he gets clipped.
He goes down. Wait. Oh, no, Pycat! Oh, he got caught as well. All right. I mean, he's even holding on to his bear. I think he realizes he's dead, and he's just going to have to hope for a buyback, but that's not even up. Oh, he has it now. He just got the take goal.
Dendy just went insano in that team fight. He kept that team fight going for so long that the rest of his team was able to catch up.
I can't believe there was no black hole out of that. Or no counter vision either. Oh no, they had counter wards. Why didn't he try for the black hole?
I think he was either you have to do it right then or not at all, because then he just went invis and then he reset the fight, starting off with the Hex on the Absol. They weren't able to get anything off.
Bad part is Navi are almost always ready to fight. Their highest cooldown is Chronosphere. That's only 60 seconds, and this is that double raxing we were talking about. Mama's Boys desperately need to be able to defend this, but a two-man Chrono start things up, and Navi, he's actually in the perfect position with a double meatball deafening blast. Dendy's too much to handle with General leading the assisting hand. That'll force Mama's Boys into a GG at 43 minutes in. They did a bit better in game number 2, but Navi still nothing but wins in Dota Pit.
A bit better. I thought that was a lot better.
Oh yeah.
At some point they got the goal lead to about even. It was heavily inflated just because the line was lagging so much, but all of a sudden the pressure just got turned on and Mama's Boy completely collapsed. They started losing heroes left and right. Dendy just started to go insano in these team fights, and you started seeing General finally land these clutch chronos. In the previous fights you saw him whiff on 2, miss on another one, but in the last ones he was pretty much money.
Dendy to the mid position being a lot better.